My name is Akaya Windwood, and I am with Rockwood Leadership Institute. I believe that the nonprofit sector is needed now more than ever. The government is not having the capacity anymore to take care of the children, make sure they get fed. Our elders are cared for, that our rivers are cleaned. That is falling more and more in the realm of responsibility of the nonprofit sector. And I can't see anything that tells me that that's going to change. So what I think is going to change, however, is the way that the nonprofit sector organizes itself. The old focus of a single leader or a single organization is passing away. I think we're moving into a much more networked situation where it's not useful to only think about an organization. We need to think about an organization in a much larger context. A movement is, if you will, and even a movement is limited. I think we're moving into a time cross movements, so that if you're going to talk about gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender issues, we must be talking about racial justice. If we want to have impact in immigration reform, we'll need to be also talking about healthcare reform. If we're going to be talking about how to keep our cities vibrant, then we also need to be talking about ecological sustainability. And I think historically that hasn't been the case. It's becoming more and more truthful that we have to think that way. And that becomes a challenge for those of us who are in the business of supporting the nonprofit sector, whether through intermediary organizations like mine, or as coaches or consultants or OD practitioners in some way. Because that means that many of the tools that we've been able to use over the last 20 to 30 years are becoming archaic, obsolete, and we need new tools. That takes a lot of courage to be able to say, you know, what I've been used to using isn't going to necessarily be useful anymore. What else is there? And I think it's not going to be incumbent on any one of us to develop a set of tools. I think it's going to be requisite that we collectively create tools. That means that I have to get off of my ego, you'll have to get off of your ego, and we're going to have to say, all right, it can't be just me or you. We need to do this together. It's going to take some courage. And I think the question in front of us collectively is, do we have it? Do we have the courage to be wrong, to experiment, to have what we'll call unanticipated outcomes, and learn, change, grow, and offer new tools to the world? I don't see how we're going to do it without that. And if we can figure this out and we can help support the leaders who are running the organizations and movements and networks and cross movements out there, I think we can actually create a much more vibrant and necessary nonprofit sector.